Silver. MSA says expect now to see major says expect now to see major upside drama in price, likely widely taking out these ancient dual prior highs on either side of $50. And this next phase now begun, we bet will do so by year's end.
Welcome to the Morning Markets and Metals with Vince Lanci, where each morning Vince brings you the financial and precious metals news to get you ready for your day. And now, here's Vince.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vince Lanci, and this is the Gold Fix Market Rundown for Thursday, July 3rd. It's 8 a.m. Today's topic, silver's base has held, and now its ceiling beckons. We look at some technical levels generated by Michael Oliver and corroborating some information that we have been looking at prior. There's the home page. Top left-hand side is a must-read story if you're trying to understand what the one big beautiful bill and other behaviors that Donald Trump will be embarking on going forward. If you want to know what they mean in the context of what's going to happen to the dollar, to gold, and to specific stocks. Front and center is a post from June 1st. Michael Hartnett had started discussing this in June, and it echoed some things that we had believed going into that, and we agreed with him. We put it up there again because if you want some context of this bill being passed, why it's happening, what the potential benefits and what the risks are, you'd want to go into that story if you're a premium subscriber and cue it to 51 minutes and listen for 10 or 15 minutes. And you will get almost a prediction of what's happening by us in context of Michael Hartnett's analysis from back then. All right, that's the homepage. The story is, there's the headline. Silver's base held, now its ceiling beckons. Okay. Given recent moves in all metals and our own vindicated comments on the coming run-up in silver due to the macro discretionary funds discovering it, we thought it was appropriate to consult a recent MSA technical report for further refinement. I lost my place there. For further refinement of our own analysis, long-term momentum for gold remains decisively positive. This is me discussing Michael's thoughts here. Despite a minor down month recently, gold is showing no signs of structural weakness. Technical chatter surrounding a potential top has emerged, but lacks any sign of structural weakness. It lacks empirical support, is another way to look at it. MSA dismisses the idea that the latest price behavior constitutes anything other than a temporary pause. That was last week, before we rallied this week. Okay, silver. What does he say about silver? Well, here's the quote that matters. See, we started reading, as things started to play out the way we thought they would, we wanted to look for some specific targets. Now, we're going to give you his targets here, but we want to give you some flavor of what we found. MSA says expect now to see major upside drama in price, likely widely taking out these ancient dual prior highs on either side of $50. And this next phase now begun, we bet will do so by year's end. Silver has quietly outperformed expectations. While the most recent week saw a small price pullback last week, the metal remains up around 10% on the month. Crucially, MSA's momentum analysis confirms a long-awaited breakout. A year-long downtrend channel in momentum was broken 3 weeks prior. MSA argues that silver is primed for an explosive upside move with expectations that old resistance level near $50 will be exceeded, likely within the calendar year. So $50 by the end of the year is not out of the question. The chart you're looking at there, that's a weekly chart, and we kind of replicated his line going across, and we drew our own channel. The reason we drew that yellow channel there, see if I can make this bigger, is because this is remarkably like a channel that we drew, actually Michael drew as well, for gold It might have been weekly, it might have been monthly, going up, and then it got above it and supported and kept going. A couple of years ago, silver's chart is remarkably like gold's 2 years ago, and I'll be talking more about that with Jordan today in our monthly wrap up, and we'll be, breaking out the champagne about being right. Uh, of course, the market's backing off as I speak, so take it for what it's worth. Related post, GoldFix PM, that's a summary of all the posts. Bullion Bank Platinum takes the lead for now. That's a Bullion Bank's take on platinum outperforming gold. There's some comments about silver there as well. The founder's version of that has some intimate comments, G-rated, I promise. And we had a conversation with Michael Oliver about his technicals, and we shared some of that with our founders. And then a special holiday market drivers, that's from yesterday. As we barrel along, we have about 7 posts lined up for this weekend. And these are the ones that we think matter the most. We're going to do a complete breakdown of China's gold market. China gold grows up. That's not the title. We're just going to use it as a title for now. Understanding how China's gold market works. So how it did work, some of the problems that they're having. Well, China's gold grows up is probably the most important piece we've done in a while. We'll be doing that this weekend. Macro analyst says own what China is buying. That's a very good piece. Founders stablecoins are out of the box in Hong Kong. And you can see there's an article on the Turks, how they hide a lot of gold in their mattress or under their pillow, as they say. HSBC gets bearish on gold, and South Korea's gold trading volumes are up 300% in the first half of the year. I'm Vince. Have a great day.
Well, thanks for watching this morning's Markets and Metals with Vince Lanci. We sure appreciate you tuning in and starting your day with us here. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you again next week. Please note that this video is not intended as legal licensed financial trading advice and is to be used for informational purposes only. Please contact your financial advisor before making any decisions, and thanks for watching.